What's going on, golf addicts? DB here. I got Pat with me doing an interview, and we finally have landed one of our favorites. I think he's been a favorite of the podcast people for quite some time. We got Ben on the podcast. What's up, dude? Thanks for joining. We appreciate you being here.
Oh, thank you. Thanks for having me today. I'm very excited to talk to you guys and let's have some fun today.
We are definitely going to have some fun, and we're going to
Mhm.
start off with this, Ben. We're going to challenge you right off the bat.
Okay,
Okay,
sure.
right now, you got to be honest. I want you to
Uh-huh.
rank yourself in
Uh-huh.
terms of where you fall in the most
Uh-huh.
electric South Korean personalities in professional golf.
There are a few Koreans out there, there are a few funny ones out there. I give myself a top three.
Okay.
Yeah, I give
Okay.
myself. I'm not a very outgoing person, so it's like for me to engage with like the guys I met for the first time is a lot harder than other guys. But like once you get to know me, I speak a little bit more and
You talk about maybe being a little shy at first. You're definitely not
mm,
shy on Twitter, which is hilarious. You are very
mm,
funny on Twitter. You don't seem to mind kind of stirring the pot. You know, we live on golf Twitter, unfortunately, and fortunately times. Just a couple questions, like who are some of your favorite accounts to actually follow? Because I mean, a lot of times I love seeing you just troll people who troll you or whatever.
yeah.
So maybe some of your favorite Twitter accounts.
I look at almost everyone's. I don't really follow, but I just look at like those things that pops up with someone retweets. Like obviously, Max, we've all known he's a funny guy. Joel Damon, definitely one of them. Like, it's
Yeah.
just like everyone else says. And have my favorite. I just scroll down every day, like my daily routine. I wake up, see if anyone mentions me or not. Someone comes at me, and I don't know. I feel like I was a little bit more aggressive like last couple of years, but there's there are a lot of people, like kind of cheering me up. I think like
Yeah.
most of the times, but there are only a few guys,
Yeah.
goes a little bit in a harsh word, but but this part of our life, I guess. We have some fans, not really fans,
Yeah.
I like making because they know that's coming because they were going at me, so I'm gonna get back to them because I mean why not? As long as it's not something very I guess aggressive. I say I try to be really honest all the time in the Twitter.
Yeah.
No faking or anything, but if you want to come at me, then you got to be ready for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like,
Yeah.
there's some arguments that you seem to get in on Twitter. Are
Mm,
there any in particular that you just really like jumping on? Like, I mean, I've also seen you like comment on people who and listen, we are a betting and DFS podcast.
okay.
We do not endorse people chirping at players
Mm,
for playing poorly because who cares
mm,
about that dude's
right.
$30.
Yeah.
So we do not endorse that. And in fact,
Uh-huh.
I love it when you go after people who troll you if you have a bad event or something and they
Yeah.
talk about having you in their DraftKings lineup. But
Right.
are there other like times where you just like you're like excited, you're like, I'm ready to jump in and argue with these people or on this.
Uh yeah, things like, like very controversial, I guess. There's no right or wrong. Like those kind of stuff. Like, because everyone has their opinions. But like you said, if someone says, "Oh man, you had a terrible round," like I know. I mean, it's gonna cost me more than everyone else. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's gonna
right.
hurt me the most than everyone else.
Right.
And we,
Well, you've been fairly public on Twitter about your live golf takes. Like, what are
mm,
your thoughts on how things stand with live?
mm,
The guys who chose to go over there and kind of the future of the PJ Tour and the
mm,
possibility of like PJ Tour and live playing nicely. Like, and this is the
mm.
only live question of the podcast. So, what are your
Oh,
overall thoughts on this? And then we're gonna.
yeah. I mean, I got that a lot. Like, I got that question a lot from people around me and people and then my neighbors. Because I live in a golf course, so I see people all the time. I have neighbors, I have friends here, and they're like, "Oh yeah, what do you think of this?" I
Yeah.
mean, I don't really like on my Twitter. It may show that I'm against it, but it's different tour. It's their tour, and PGA Tour is my tour. We are at the I'm at the PGA Tour, so I I I definitely agree with what a lot of top players say. Like what Rory said, and other players said about it publicly, and I agree with them too. But I also see the point what the Live Tour is making. I mean, they they got offered a lot of money. Obviously, those people who went, I fully understand, but like it's it's their choice. It's a choice for them. They made a choice, and some people made a choice to stay in the PGA Tour. So I don't think there's anything wrong with them going. I mean, we're at the end, we're all golfers. We're trying to do something that's best for us, and um, definitely no hard feelings who's going over there and playing golf. I see Sensen and Poulter and GMAC here all the time, and we're still good friends. It's not like we're
Yeah.
not good friends anymore. Yeah.
Uh, so Ben, let's like switching gears a little bit. I think there's
Mhm.
a lot of curiosity around like
Okay.
South Korean military service and that whole deal. So
Mhm.
explain that to us and just that whole process, and then how you can get exempt from that, and then what are your plans for that going forward?
You have to get a gold medal in the Asian game or any medals in Olympics. For golfers, I think that's the only way to get exempt.
So not a major or a green jacket.
Not a major.
No, we don't have anything exemption for that. No, not yet. But it may happen. There are always
You
exceptions.
get one and you go ask. You know what I mean?
You
you could. We
listen,
could definitely. Yeah.
Like you walk into the office, military office, and you like
Yeah.
put your green jacket on. And you're like, hey, what can we do here?
Yeah, you never know, right? They always it's a thing, Like I remember back in 2002 when Korea made the semifinals in World Cup, they got all exempt because we never made it to the round of 16 in the World Cup before, and we made to the semifinals. That was back in 2002, so they gave an exception to that. But who knows? If someone from Korea wins a major, that could be possibly the case, but you never. Like I said, this as of now, there's no exemptions other than the Asian Games and Olympics.
Is that so? You still have to serve that?
For me, I'm not considered as a Korean resident, like because I moved over here when I was 14.
Okay,
I'm just following the laws of the Korea. Like I still have a Korean passport, but I have a green card over here.
Yeah.
I'm not a Korean resident. Like I haven't been back to Korea for like 3-4 years now, I think.
So you're not really subject to that.
No, as far as I know, the laws of Korea, like I can, what do you say? I can extend my stay in the U.S. Like they extend my passport until certain times. I haven't looked the numbers, but as far as I know, within the laws of Korea, I'm exempt. Yeah.
If you're in college, you get to be an officer. Like if you go to the Navy or you go to like to the Army, to West Point. Like if you're a golfer,
yeah,
where do you start? Like if you're going into military service, are you like immediately an officer, or are you like
no? You start from the bottom. Like you start
bottom.
from the other 19, 20 years old. It doesn't matter what age you go.
Okay, so you don't have any status whatsoever. Doesn't matter if you're a tour player.
No one does. No.
Okay.
I think you're thinking of like enlisted. Is that right? All the military people listening to this are going to be so irritated. We don't know
all
what
the
the
military
word is.
people are like, how is Pat not? I can't think of the word. Okay.
Okay.
A lot of alcohol over the last 30 years. Okay.
Yeah, we understand, Pat. It's all right.
All right. So you're a dad now. You got a cute little boy, Sunwoo, I believe is his name.
Yeah.
You got a baby girl on the way. So
congrats by the way.
Thank you. Thanks.
My baby girl, I have a baby girl. Pat doesn't. My baby girl is my favorite child. She's my favorite child. I have two boys, one girl. Little girl's my favorite. You're gonna be wrecked. You don't even know.
Yeah, so far my son's my favorite, but
Well,
I heard they say you love your children's, but you always have a favorite one.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Yeah.
Well, do you think having kids have made you a better golfer at all? Has that improved your?
It not sure about better golfer, but it definitely motivates me a little bit. I want him to look me as obviously a good golfer, but also a good person, also a hardworking person, someone he can look up to. So I think, yes, he could make me a better golfer, but because of the process that I do, like around him or in the house, like going to practice, working out, those kind of stuff. I think I want him to look up to me as I want to be like I want to be like my dad. I want to be like hardworking. I want to be very passionate about the jobs I have, and yes, I think it'll make me a better golfer at the end because I will try to be healthier and a stronger and a better golfer. Yeah, not just because I want to like win golf from him. Also, like I said, I want to be a better father to him. So I just want to show him the work ethics I put in and I want to be. So I think that's kind of a motivation I have right now.
You talk about being a better golfer. Describe yourself as a golfer. What are the things you're best at on the course?
Mm.
What are you trying to improve on?
Mm.
What green surfaces do you like the most? Just kind of give us an overall, sort of rundown of who you are as a golfer right now.
My short game is pretty good. I have a decent short game. But
You've always had a good
overall,
short game, though.
yeah, I always had a decent short game. I'm definitely. I feel like I'm one of the good short game players out there.
Yeah.
And recently I've been hitting it pretty far. Yeah, I'm like top 15 in the driving distance.
Did you add distance over the last year or so?
Yeah, I did about the ball speed about 6 miles ish.
Dang, how'd you
about
do
a
that?
year? I don't know, like
you don't
working
know.
out and new swing. I've been working out with the new golf swings.
I'm never gonna add ball
Sean Foley
speed because I don't work out.
Yeah,
I wish somebody would come on here and say, "Well, I added ball speed because I started drinking 2 extra beers."
Yeah, it's not hard working, is it? Drinking beer is kind of easy. So, but like all those little things. I changed my driver to the new one that kind of gave me like extra 2 miles and just a new swing that I'm working with my coach Sean Foley, and I gained quite a bit of distance, but we want to hit more fairways. Currently I think I'm just over 50% or a little less. I need to hit more fairways to give myself more chances because golf is a lot harder when you hit out of the rough. So my game, I had pretty far, decent short game. I definitely need to work on hitting more fairways and putting. I've been putting a lot better this year than last 5 years ago, or no, last 5 years. Started putt better last year in the Corn Ferry Tour, and this year I feel like putting's been decent, not like bad, but I want to be a little bit better. So basically, I need to get better at everything but short game. I think
Do you have a favorite surface that you putt on?
Not really.
Come on, everybody prefers one, like Bermuda, bent, POA, or you hate one.
Okay, so I used to not like POA. I used to not.
Okay.
And then I played Safeway this year. I putted pretty decent. So I don't know what's going on. I love Bermuda grass. I putted terribly in Sanders Farms, but it's so random. I think you can, like, a lot of golfers, we have a bias, I think, towards the grass, and some people don't like this and that. But if you're playing well and if you're putting well, they don't care about the type of grass. And if you ask the best putters out here, like, they might have a preferred grass types, but I'm sure they can putt well any greens than anyone else because they're good putters. So I think it's just like a kind of a mental thing. I think because how can you play well when you don't think you're gonna play well? So I don't want to have that, like, oh, I like this grass and I don't like this grass. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, get that.
Let me ask you this on the scrambling thing, because you talk about how good a scrambler you are. Do you think, is it more of a feel thing to you, or do you actually practice it a lot?
Like, a lot of people ask me, oh, how do you be good at short game? I'm saying, well, if you miss a lot of greens, you kind of have to be good at it. Like, if you're missing the short side a lot, like I do, like, yeah, I mean,
but you don't miss a lot of greens though either.
I miss a lot of greens, and I consider myself a pretty good scrambler, and that's because I miss a lot of greens.
Yeah, I'm good at punching out because I miss a lot of fairways.
If you miss like 10 greens, then you got 10 chances to get up and down, and most likely, like, tour pros get higher percentage of scrambling than if you miss 2 greens. If you miss one of the up and downs, you're only 50%. So I think scrambling, like, I don't know, I feel like I miss a lot of like short-sided greens, and I tend to make some good up and downs here and there, nice fluff shots, and I just have I never really worked, like, practice that much short game. I just have it because I had a lot of experience, I guess, around the greens. Like I say, if you don't miss a green, you just cannot be good at short game. But if you start missing a lot, like, it happens.
That's why Victor Hovland's so bad around the greens.
Yeah, he doesn't need to be good at short game. I mean, it won't be fair for us. I mean, always, if you see good ball strikers, like, they're never gonna be the best short game player because they don't miss much.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so your most recent full season on the PGA Tour, you lost your card. You went back to the Corn Ferry, and a large part of that was due to putting for that entire season. So what happened with the putter? did it creep into kind of other parts in the game, sort of get in your head a little bit? And what did you change, once you got to the KFT, just to kind of to get it back?
Yeah, because you won pretty quick too. Like you got you were off the PGA Tour, then you won quickly on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Yeah, I won my third event that I played in. So it was a quick start. That definitely helped. But I struggled putting, not just the year that I lost my tour card. I struggled like every single year. I was outside 120 every single year. And one year I was like 180th and still finished like 36 in the FedEx Cup. So
we know.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys. Yeah. So
we followed. We played you a lot. We were like, come on, just break even putting, Ben. Just break even.
That's our team said, our goal this year is break even and see what happens. Like if I have a decent putting, I'll finish top 5. If I have an average, then I'll definitely finish in like top 20-ish. But if it's like I said, it's hard to be good at everything. But
of course,
for me, like if you have a decent long game, decent like good short game, and putting needs to be okay to be a decent golfer. So I switched to a new putting coach, John Graham. He works with Thomas, and he works with Cameron Champ and some of the other players. He's got like 11 players. Anyways, I started working with him in 2021, I think, CJ Cup. So I started working with him there, and then we started working a little bit in the off season, and the whole last year, and still working with him. So I think he's definitely been helping me a little bit, with basically everything. My putter was never that far off. I feel like I always made a good stroke, but somehow it was not going in. It was. I would think to have any, I didn't feel like an ifs. I feel like my short putting, like 3-footers, 4-footers, are very solid. I just didn't make enough like 6 to like 20, 18-footers, I guess, the birdie putts.
Yeah.
So those are very frustrating because he keep hitting the cups. He's missing by a little bit, and since we're working with John, and we try to get dialed in more to speed instead of a bit more read, and he helped me with like reading putts here and there, matching with the speed. So I think that kind of helped. That helped me with. I think it helped me mostly when I'm not putting well, I guess. Like, you have a bad days. I used to have a bad day at the putting greens, and every single hole will be bad. I'll miss every single putt on the green. But now I feel like I still miss it a little bit, but it's not terribly bad. If I lose I could lose a shot on the green. I mean, it happens to everyone, but I don't lose like 3-4 shots on the green anymore. I think that's the key to not lose too many strokes on the green, because like everyone has a bad days in the putting green, but I think he gives me the belief and the structured practice a little bit, and he tells me, if you do the stuff, you'll never lose more than a shot. If even you have a bad day, you'll get it back the next day. It's like it's golf, right? You can have a bad day, like I said, but so I don't lose as many strokes when I'm having a bad day. So I think that's the key to not lose it, I guess. So I've been putting more consistently, just average, I guess, this year. I wish I can get a little bit better, like every other aspect of my game, but I like where we are heading right now, I think.
Well, that's good to hear. What about like if you're looking at some of the courses on your schedule for this year, what are some that you think of, like, this is a place that's built for Ben On. I'm comfortable there, or I could get a first win here. Any of them that just sort of pop into your mind, going into the season?
I don't really have a favorite place, I guess. I mean, I played a lot of golf courses that we played this year, last couple of years, but I never had like a consistent, like, good finishes or bad finishes. Like I always had a one decent year and a not so good year. Like
style, of course, it doesn't have to.
I don't know, like for me, like, because like I said, everything's so changed with my game so far. Over last year, like I've been hitting it farther. My short games is still around the same, and putting's a little bit better. It's so hard to tell, because I didn't think I liked Safeway very much. Like because I played there only once, I think, in my PGA Tour career.
That's the one that's Fortinet now, right?
Yeah, sorry, Fortinet.
I'm just trying to make sure we.
Sorry, Fortinet. Yeah, Napa. I should say Napa. I only played it once. Yeah, I only played it. Yeah, no, I should have said that, but yeah, Fortinet. I never played that event because I didn't think I liked the golf course. Like, I don't think that suited me because it's tight. You know, it's not a very long golf course. So, you know, these days, you know, long golf course is great for long hitters. Obviously, you know, we have a lot of advantage. So, those courses definitely I have some advantage if I keep it in the fairway and if I hit it long enough. So, but you know, Safeway, it wasn't very long golf course, and I wasn't hitting it very straight, but still finished, you know, decently. So I think, like, to be honest, I have no idea which course I really like or not, because if I feel like I'm playing well, then I'm gonna play well. Yeah.
Do you think hold on, wouldn't you think like a place with smaller greens where the precision iron play that you have, because you've really not talked enough about how good your damn irons are, because I mean, even if you go back to not just the Corn Ferry Tour, not just so far this season, but all the way back to all the years you've had on the PGA Tour, you were an exceptional iron player. So if you had a course with small greens with your excellent iron play, plus if you happen to miss it, one of the best short games, plus smaller greens probably means less you know, long laggy putts that would you know, that may induce three putts. Would you agree there?
Yeah, but if I'm having a shitty week, then I'm not gonna play well.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, but every time, not every time, but most of the times, you know, if you have a high expectations, oh, this week, I think course suits me very well. It usually doesn't end up very good. So when you almost play better when you don't have a good expectation, you know, like, oh wow, I'm playing well. Like, you know, it's golf is so funny, right? Like, you don't really, like, you have a favorites that week, but everything has to go so well. Your body has to feel great. You know, you're there for a whole week. You know, your iron has to feel good. So it's so tricky, I think, to tell. It's so hard for me to tell. Like, even Thursday morning when I'm warming up, I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be terrible. Like, there's so many weeks I go, oh my god, like, where is it going? And I shoot like 65. Like, there's so many weeks like that happens. So
Yeah,
I have
like,
that.
I don't
problem,
know.
too.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so fascinating for me to see you guys are making like this, you know, like all the probabilities and everything.
Oh, we're
and the
idiots.
bets.
We're
I
totally.
know, I'm looking at you guys. How do you guys know these stuff? Like, we don't even know ourselves when we're playing golf tournaments. I don't even know what I want to shoot this week. Like, I have no chance.
Oh, we don't
like,
either, man. We
You're killing my course history thing.
handicapping golfers from a betting standpoint is the dumbest, hardest, stupidest thing we could have possibly done. And now I do it full time.
Right. It's so hard. I think you feel like it's harder than, like, you know, you see, like, I love watching soccer, and then, you know, you see those sometimes the numbers in soccer is like, oh yes, they go head to head, you know, they go, I don't know, they have like the histories, but for us, like, Jesus, we feel different every time. Like, our clubs change, our balls change and everything. Like, you know, it's I don't know.
Golfers are all head cases too.
Yeah, and then I get that a lot on Twitter. It's like, oh, how you playing this week, Ben? It's like, well, I'm not gonna say anything because I don't know until I see my scores. I don't know until I see my scores for the 72 holes. That's so hard to guess. Like, I'm gonna play. I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do tomorrow. Like, I don't know.
Well, you know, it makes my next question pretty much irrelevant, which is going to be like which courses you don't like or hate to play. But I feel like you don't really have one that you.
No, I don't really have one. I think if I play well, I like the golf course. If I don't play well that week, I don't like it. That's easy as that.
So you like it well the next week, though.
Oh yeah, exactly. So you never know. Like, I might go to next week, and, you know, I played there once, and then, you know, I like the views. Like, I always tell them, do you like the golf course? I said, well, I like the views, and I like, you know, it's a cool golf course. I never told anyone like, oh, this course suits me or not, because yes, it might suit me, but it doesn't mean I might play well. You know, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not gonna say anything until, you know.
Yeah, you're like, I like the restaurants nearby. Those are cool.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said.
Napa,
oh yeah,
right?
they have a good food. Yeah, like Napa has a good food, but very pricey food. But you know, like Columbus has some good foods. You know, there are a lot of big cities having obviously good foods. That's what I remember when he asked me, oh yeah, how's the golf course? I don't know, but they have a good they have a good clubhouse. You know, those kind of things.
So we love caddies. We love to talk to caddies and interview caddies, and they're just fun. They're funny.
Yeah,
they got great stories. So who's your caddy, and do you got any good stories, and how did you get hooked up with them?
I'm working with Justin York. I don't know if you guys know him. He worked for Ches for a long time.
Oh,
last year,
yeah,
Justin. So he's got it's like afro hair.
Yeah, he's kind of
Yeah.
jacked too, right?
Oh, he's very jacked. I feel very safe next to him. So
I know.
Always
I'm-
good these
yeah.
days because you never know who can jump over the ropes.
Never
if they
know,
know how
'cause-
to get around them. Bryce doesn't know how to
Exactly.
get around the ropes.
Yeah.
But luckily for my group, there are not many people following my group, so they're only like 5 guys. So we know someone's coming.
But at
You know,
least
not
you're
like
safe.
yeah. At least I feel very safe.
You're
next
gonna
to
have
him
some
anyways.
Tour Junkies people yelling at you though after this. I will guarantee you that.
So,
Yeah,
but they're,
sure.
They're
So-
safe people.
They
for
won't
the
come
most
across the
part.
ropes though.
I
Okay.
feel like they're
Okay.
safe people.
Okay. I'll let my caddy and I'll let Justin know to keep an eye on people. Just to stop them. Over the ropes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been working with him starting in Napa this year. We only this Las Vegas was our 3rd event, and
Oh wow.
I've been I played with some of the players he worked for before. Obviously I've been seeing him walking around. I've seen him in the lockers. So yeah, we kind of knew each other. We played together a few times. So we knew each other, who we were, and then actually my manager Ian, who helped me hook up with him, said, hey, we got Justin here, and he can help you this year. So I'm like, perfect. Let's get going because I just came back from the Corn Ferry Tour. I feel like I need all the helps I can get. So like I say, he's a veteran caddy. So yeah, I feel like so far I really like his work ethics. He's very chilled, but he never leaves the golf course with his minds and everything. He's always there. So yeah, it's been a good. I feel very confident on the golf course with him. Yeah.
So it's early on, obviously. So you don't really have any funny stories about him yet.
No, unfortunately, no.
They're still in the honeymoon phase.
No,
right
not
now.
yet.
The
Not
honeymoon
yet. Yeah, we don't. We haven't had a stories yet, but we'll see. We'll see in a couple.
Let's get back to this.
Weeks.
Get back to this when that happens.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you mentioned Sean Foley as your coach right now, your swing coach. Any funny stories on him? Like what's the deal with him? Anything good? Any good dirt?
Yeah. What?
No, he's. If I kept saying to people, like, I don't know if you guys know him very well.
I've met him
not.
one time. Yeah, I've met him one time.
If you met him one time, you probably get the feeling like who he is. Like if you know him, I keep telling people, if you know him, like if you know. Like he's that type of guy. He talks a lot. He loves talking to people. He loves talking to random people in the bars. And
He does. Yes.
like I'll go eat with him, and he would be there like a couple minutes early, and then speaking to people in the bar and like drinking beers. I'm like, so who is it? I was like, oh, I don't know. I just met him like 2 minutes ago. Like, so he loves talking to people, like not just the golf, but everything, And even I just saw him this morning, and we had a lesson on the range, and we talk about a lot about obviously the golf things as well, but no, just everything. He's been helping me a lot on the golf course, like mentally, I guess. It's not so much like mentally. He doesn't like this word, but mental things. It's not a mental thing, but it's just seeing different perspective in the life. I guess playing golf. Yes, it's a job you have. It's a lot and it's intense, but he reminds me how grateful I should be. And obviously, I definitely feel that way. How lucky I am to be able to play golf in a happy family, and you're playing golf and you're earning money. So he gives me a new perspective in life. I think that's been helping me a lot in the golf course. I always had a very short, I guess how do you say it? I had a bit of a not temper issues because every golfer has it, but
it's hard not to.
It's hard not to. If you guys play golf, if people play golf, you get angry and stuff. But I had a hard time letting it go. That's the hardest part.
About that. Hang on.
Yeah. Yes, there you go. Yeah, you have a broken club.
So you do know.
Yeah.
So this club is not mine.
Oh,
whose
is it?
This is the top half of the putter broken on number 15 at Augusta National by our friend Siwoo Kim.
You have that putter to Siwoo, bro?
It was Ben, I told you we're massive fans of Siwoo. So some guy somehow got Yes, he DM'd me on Instagram and he said, I have the top half of Siwoo's putter from Augusta. This was the week after it happened. He said, do you want it? I said, yeah, how much do you want for it? He said, I'll send it to you for free. Just to give me your address. So he sent it to me. But this is it because I've looked at the pictures and everything. This is everything matches up. It all matches up. I would love to know where the bottom half is, but speaking of tempo on the golf course.
Oh my God. That's unbelievable you have it. I thought, oh my God, I can't believe you have that. I think that was a putter.
Does Siwoo know you have that, DV?
I don't know. Ben, tell him. Let him know.
I'll tell him if I see him next week. I think I'll see him next
See
week.
what he's gonna
but
be like. These fucking Tour Junkies guys are.
I know they're
weird as
scary.
hell.
That's just like
Yeah.
that's like almost creepy having another
Butter
He's
them.
gonna
yeah.
try to steal your caddy to protect himself.
Yeah, maybe. Anyways, I had a bit of issue to let it go. It's golf is it's a very complicated game. I think you play for 5 hours. You're there for a very long time. You don't talk to
Maddening.
anyone but your caddy. So I had a bit of an issue, but like this year I feel a lot better. Because Sean's been helping me a lot on the golf course and off the golf course. So, anyways, back to Sean. Like I say, if you know him, you know him. He reads a lot. He knows a lot of stuff. He loves talking to people. Funny stories, like not much. He told me he has the ability to talk with his waters in his mouth, so that's pretty impressive. I've seen him talk with the beer in the mouth, like water, beer, and liquid in the mouth. He can talk with the water in the
Or
mouth.
That's
like
the
talk,
strangest
like
thing I've ever
normally?
heard. I've
Yeah,
never heard
normally,
anyone
like-
say that.
Because that's how much he talks. He learned to speak with the water in his mouth. So
Have you seen him do it?
I've seen him do it.
What
Yeah.
does he do? Swish it to the left or the right or something, or put it in?
I don't know, but he's
Dude,
took a
I
sip
wanna-
and yeah.
I want to get him on the podcast and have him do the
Yeah.
whole podcast with beer in his mouth.
You can. He would love it. But he he loves talking to people. He likes
he does.
he's just communicating with people.
We need to
like,
get him on the show.
He's a super friendly
Yeah.
guy.
He's a super friendly. Like
when
I
you
say,
talk about him
yeah,
like talking
definitely.
to strangers, he walked up to me. I was standing at the range on at the Byron
Mhm.
Nelson this year talking
Mhm.
to Charles Howell or waiting on Charles Howell. And he just I look like some random dude,
Mhm.
and he just walked up to me. He's like, dude, how's your day going? I'm like,
Yeah.
and
Oh, he would. He's so like I said, he's very friendly,
man.
and then he just goes to random people and say hello, and then
Yeah.
how's your day? And
Yeah.
he's that kind of guy. Like I say, he's that kind of guy. He's very friendly. He's he doesn't brag about anything. He just takes everything for granted, and he's very
who's
friendly. And
who's taller, Sean Foley or Brian Harmon? Because like Sean is
that
Sean
question is
is-
not on the list.
Sean is shockingly short. So is Brian. I mean,
it's funny. Like Sean knows that he's short too, and then he actually made a funny comment. He's like, "Hey Ben, the good thing about me?" I said, "What is it?" You don't have to go side of me to see the video that I'm going to show you. You can look over my shoulder. Like that's all he said. He can look over my shoulder,
over
and
the
just look at
top
my
of his
phone.
head.
Over
Makes
the
it
top-
easier.
Yeah.
Makes it easier to
So,
do-
anyways,
get
yeah,
instruction.
he doesn't. He's maybe short, but he doesn't look short. I think he has a very
He carries
you know,
himself well.
he cares. Yeah, he's very
Yeah,
he's
we
very
got it.
confident. He walks very confidently, and he doesn't
Like,
look small.
like if I
you
was
know.
his height, I would look
Yeah.
short. 'cause
Oh,
you'd be
yeah,
like,
dude,
That's
you'd
a
be-
dumpy
you'd
dude. That's
be
a dumpy
fucking-
dude,
Right.
People would take so much advantage of you. God, it'd be unreal.
Yeah, so
Um,
he's good. We don't have any funny stuff, but like I said, he's very friendly, and he's been helping me a lot last couple of years. It's mostly we talk mostly on the range, and we work on the swings here and there, and then he'll call me every day when I'm playing tournament when he's not there. So just keeping in touch. And we never talk about like technical stuff, I guess, when we call on the tournament days and tournament weeks. He just says, just all about the life lessons almost. Never about like, oh Ben, you should do this or that. Never says that. He always says the work a little bit more on the stuff we already work on. Don't panic, don't change anything, just keep working on it. Just go out and play well. That's how we talk every day.
Nice.
Mhm.
All right, I got a few more quick hitters, and then I'm going to let DB take over.
Okay.
And I
Wrap it up.
apologize for when DB takes over because that really gets crazy.
Okay.
All right, so favorite caddy player duo to team up with. So you got to consider
paired
both
with.
guys.
Okay.
We're talking personality and good player. Like, who are your favorites?
Favorite player?
Like
Player
guys to
caddy.
get paired up
Player
with.
caddy.
Like, did you get paired up with
play
in a
with?
tour event?
Yeah.
Huh, that's a good question.
Like you get paired up with him on a round one or round whatever, and you're like, oh hell yeah, I'm excited about this.
Wow, that's a tough question. I don't really have any preference, I guess.
I feel
One of
like
your
I thought you might go.
I want to play with the best player in that field that week.
Mm,
Like,
good
Okay.
answer.
I want
That's a
to.
Sean Foley answer. if
That
I've
is a
ever
Sean
heard one.
Foley
God dang it.
answer.
That's a
I know,
Sean
like
Foley answer.
we were playing like practice round is a little different, but tournament days I want to play well, right? Like I want
Okay,
to see
practice round. Practice round.
Okay, practice rounds. I say mostly Korean players. I mean, and like I played with the SH team a lot last year in
Oh,
Korn
yeah.
Ferry Tour. Like almost every week we play practice round together because the language. Like Korean's a lot easier for me than in English to to
That's
speak and
insane.
everything to
Your English is
communicate.
incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
because
it's
you have
but
great English, so that seems
yeah, Korean, but still it's my first language, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
it's
a lot
natural.
easier.
It's natural to you. So,
Yeah, it's very natural. I don't have to think
yeah.
about it, but yeah, well, a lot of Korean guys. I'm not trying to be like, oh yeah, I'm Korean, very friendly, but I like playing with other players too. But because of the language and the cultures we share is similar.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't watch any other sports than soccer, so like when you even my caddy, he loves football and baseball. So, but like he always talks about it. We always talk about it, but I have no idea what's going on. So, it's hard to communicate, I guess, for Korean players to foreign players because, like I said, the language varies. But for me, like I said, Korean players a lot easier because we got the same language. So that's why we see like a lot of guys hanging together with the same countrymen, I guess.
Yep.
Have
Yeah.
you ever played with Joel and Gino? So Joel Damon and Gino Benelli?
Yeah, I played with him, I think, a few times, twice, I think.
Yeah.
I
They
remember
seem
playing
like
with
a
him in
good
Torrey Pines.
combination to me. That
Yeah.
would be
Oh
fun
yeah,
to
that's
do.
it's
Oh,
very easy to play with him. Like I say, it's not a it's like you could have guys like it's awkward I guess to play with, but like for me like playing Joel is always a fun. I think Gino's a very good guy, very fun guy to play with. They never get in players' way or anything. They seem to like they're having a good time, and obviously I had a good time when I play with him. So yeah, it's definitely fun to play with those guys. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. What's the hardest you've ever laughed during a tournament or practice round that you can think of?
I laugh.
Like the funniest thing that really happened on the course for you
Well,
in an event.
it was Napa recently. Like I think it was the number 6, the par 5, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So I've teed off quite early, not very early, but like in the morning. I can't remember when I teed off actually. I was tripping that hole. I had about 40 yards in, chipped it to like tap in, and a guy far like across the road, he yells, "Oh, great shot, Hideki!" So and then I start to laugh. My wife starts to laugh. I can hear her laughing.
You can hear her laughing from outside the ropes.
I can hear my wife
Yeah.
laughing, like, and I laugh at the same time. But like my caddy Justin's like that wasn't funny though. Like I say, that was funny because on the Corn Ferry Tour, I didn't hear a single thing about like Hideki because obviously Hideki
They
doesn't
knew
play
he
the
wasn't
Corn
playing
Ferry.
the Corn Ferry Tour.
Exactly. So and Hideki was playing the 40 net this year. So yeah, that's what I heard. I started laughing. I'm like, this is incredible. First week back, I hear this already.
Way
on
to go,
Friday,
American! Way to go, Americans!
Yeah,
well, for me, like, yeah, well, I don't feel insulted because they really thought I was Hideki from far away. I mean, I got a different sponsor. I got a different. Everything's different about me, but it's like very similar color, I guess, of the skin. But I don't. Yes,
yeah, but if you don't know for sure, just say
if you
shot.
don't know,
Just go good shot. It doesn't matter who you are.
But I see a lot of people do that, but it doesn't really bother me. But because it's so funny, because I didn't hear it all year, and now I hear it first. I feel like, oh,
First
I'm back on
event
the
back.
PGA Tour. Yeah, so that probably I laughed pretty hardly recently. That I laughed, and my caddy Justin, I played with him in the U.S. Open back in Shinnecock ago. And he said he heard exactly the same thing in the tee box. And I see those two galleries start fighting each other. Like, oh, like that's not Hideki. What are you talking about? So both are a little drunk, I think. And the other guy was my fan, I think. He's like, oh, that's Ben on, not Hideki. He's like, no, that is Hideki. They start fighting behind the tee box.
Oh my goodness.
Justin, my caddy, he still remembers because he was caddying for Chaz back then. I played with him in Shinnecock. And he said, oh yeah, I remember this happening now like a few years ago because of this. And it's like, yeah. So that's when I laughed very hard on the golf course. I think I thought that was funny, and it happens occasionally. But like I said, I'm sure they wasn't aware that I wasn't Hideki, so like they didn't. but hey, to
Well,
play better,
at
right?
least you can, at least you
Yeah.
can laugh at it and just, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
at least they don't try to be, like that. They weren't like making fun of it, or they weren't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I definitely, it doesn't annoy me. I mean, Hideki's a great golfer, so why not? And
Yeah.
a lot of people congratulate me after the Masters win. I'm like, oh, I kind of get used to it. It's oh, thanks guys, and just say thank you.
Dude,
Yeah.
you should come hang out. I'm in Augusta. I live in Augusta. You should come hang out with me in Augusta. I'll just take you around the town. We'll see what we can get away with.
Oh, let me get into Masters first. We'll see.
We'll figure that out. I'm just saying, like, we'll go to a couple nice restaurants, see if we can get a table real easy. Because I got Hideki with me. You can just pretend.
Yeah,
Hideki.
exactly. I might get a free food. Who knows? Just
Yeah,
wear
I
my
know.
green sweater on or something.
Yeah, I'll be like, I'm
just
his
pretend
agent.
like-
I'm Hideki's agent, and you just
That
don't say
works.
anything. I'll be like, no, he doesn't want to talk to you. Just
Yeah. I think we can get away with it. I think if I wear a green jacket, I think
you let me know if you get a wild hair in Augusta. You come, let me know.
Yeah, sure, definitely.
All right, last question for me. I'll move it over to DB. But all right, so Ben On you got a free day. All right, free day to do whatever you want. No, but not golf. I don't want you to tell me you're going to the practice range. That doesn't count.
Okay,
So,
sure.
like, what is Ben On gonna do? Like, what does that day look like for you when you have a day off to just do whatever you want to do?
So whatever I want, but no working out, nothing, just away from golf.
Just what you
I will. That's a good question. I never thought about it. Without my kid or without my wife.
No, if you want to be with your kids,
you want to be with your kid and your wife, that's perfectly fine.
But
my son,
they probably won't listen. She probably won't listen. So if you need to say like, "Hey, I just wanted to go do this," just me.
No, I mean, I haven't I don't know. I still have like my daily routines, like a bit of practice and a bit of workouts here and there, and then I have a lot of free times. I look at that. I play games on my iPad, but if I have a free day, my son loves Legoland, and I'd love to go. Yeah, I mean, yeah, my son really loves. He gets in the same ride for like 20 times, like every time. So I think spending a day, like half a day in Legoland because he likes it, and in the afternoon, I never thought about like say half a day in Legoland and half day. I don't know, just my son loves golf, so he likes hitting balls and stuff.
Awesome.
And yeah, with my family, I'll probably go Legoland. I say, probably like 3/4 a day. If I was by myself, like, oh man, I'm a really boring person. I don't really do anything for fun, but maybe I would like to go sea fishing for one day. Like I never done that before, and me and my wife, we always talked about it. I'd be like, I want to go try the sea fishing. I think that's pretty cool because, like I said, I've never done it, but that's the only thing I can think of right now. But like I said, I'm happy to stay in the house, watch TVs, and just watch some soccer here and there, and that sounds like a great day to me. I mean, like I said, I'm a very boring person.
Sounds great.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I travel a lot anyways, I don't feel like going anywhere. Just if I'm home, like I'm home.
Yeah.
So
it makes sense.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
All right. So Ben, by the way, like what do you I mean, what's like your drink of choice if you're out at the bar with Sean Foley kicking it? What's your drink of choice?
Oh, Coke Zero.
Oh, no alcohol.
I don't drink.
No, we call it podcast juice. No podcast juice for you. Okay.
No. Like, I don't drink any. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm allergic to it, but I just don't enjoy it. Yeah, I don't enjoy it yet. I mean, I don't know. Like
stay away.
Yeah.
Stay away.
Yeah, I never drink. I'll never pick a drink on the bar. Like, I would drink a champagne if something good happens, but like I'll never go in the bar and order, I want to have a beer or other drinks. No chance. I'll probably just get a Coke Zero because I don't want to get fat.
Good for you. All right, couple quick ones here. We're gonna have some fun with the South Korean stuff in a second, and we'll let you out. What else are you good at? Do you have any other talents outside of golf?
Probably not. I'm good at I don't know. I started golf when I was 6 or 7, so golf has been my whole life. But
you're pretty damn good at that.
Yeah, I'm a very slow person, so I'm not very quick. So I can play soccer. I never grew up playing football, or baseball, or anything like that because in Korea we just kind of only play one sports. But
if it's something slow, you could be real good.
No, like parlor games, like darts or
cornhole. Maybe maybe you're good at cornhole.
Oh no, I tried a cornhole. I was terrible at it.
You do that slow. What else could you do slowly?
That's a great question.
Repair a car?
A crossword puzzle? Like, are you really good at crossword puzzles?
Maybe Wordle. I'm pretty good at Wordle.
Oh
Are
yeah.
you good
Yeah.
at
Oh yeah, because you got all day to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Think about it. That's my go-to game for these days. I'm on the toilet. I'll just play that game in the morning to start with. That's what I do.
Have you ever cheated at Wordle?
Oh no, never. That doesn't, because I'm a golfer. I don't like that. I don't like.
That's only asked by a man who cheats at Wordle.
No, I don't cheat at Wordle. I
asks
don't
that
cheat at
question.
Wordle, but I wonder because there are people
Yeah.
I'm in a
You
Wordle.
totally cheat at Wordle.
No,
Pat.
I'm in a Wordle group. I'm in a Wordle texting
Oh my
group. And we
God.
all send out our Wordles.
This
And
is not
I'm
about you, Pat.
convinced that there's some cheating going on.
I am in a
Yeah, I
Wordle
mean,
group.
I'm sure people do, but like I said, I have a few friends we do Wordle with, but there's no fun about it. Even I don't get that word right for the day. I mean, it is what it is, right?
Who cares?
Yeah.
Okay, Pat. All right,
anyway,
get out of here with your Wordle. Okay, then.
Ben mentioned it. That's why.
Similar question, kind of similar though. What do you wish you were good at that you're not?
Oh, that's. I want to be good at like a lot of stuff. Like,
what's the one thing? If you could just make.
I really admire the soccer players, I guess.
Yeah, you're a big soccer guy.
Like I said, I'm a very, very big soccer. You always, like humans, like we always crave that what we don't have.
Yeah.
Like I'll never look at
like for us, it's golf swings. We would love to be on plane. That's what we would love. We'd love to be on plane.
I like watching the golf swings, but like I don't get fascinated by this. Oh, that's the other.
You have a great golf.
But like soccer players, or I look at those documentaries about them. Like behind the scenes thing, like just like. The golf fans want to look at our behind the scenes and what happens in the lockers, That's like that kind of stuff. I want to know like what they do after the pitch because all we see is on the pitch. So that's kind of things I want to be. I don't know. Like I always liked soccer when I grew up, and I always admired them. I guess. Oh man, they're the soccer players. They're pretty cool. Yeah, this is one of the things, and I also decided to pick the other ones. Like I've been into that F1 documentary lately.
I was
last
just
couple
about
of years.
to say that when you said the golf thing, I was like, that F1 documentary is awesome.
Yeah, it's great. It's like, oh my god, that looks so cool, but that's very out of my league, I guess. This is hard to get into, but the things I watch probably on my Netflix or YouTube, they're very like that, like something I don't have, like this is. Yeah. Those are the only two things I can think of as of now. Like, when I was a little younger, I want to be like a pilot as well. So, those guys are so cool. Like, flying the airplanes. Like I said, something I never had a chance to do. So, there are a lot of things. Like I said, I'm only decent at golf, but nothing else. So, I look at, I want to do this.
You're more than decent at golf, Ben.
Yeah.
Say that. Okay, what about, you mentioned YouTube. And you kind of did a little YouTube thing for a minute, and then you kind of quit it. Like, who's your favorite YouTuber? Is it Bryson DeChambeau?
No, I don't. Like I said, I don't watch golf YouTube.
Yeah, who do you watch? You like?
I watch
Mr. Beast. You like Mark Roper?
No, I watch some of the. I watch a lot of soccer highlights. Like a Premier League soccer or Champions League for this like last 2 days.
Yeah.
I'll watch some of the Korean TV shows. I like some of the Korean music. They have some, the TV shows and the YouTube. So I watch that, and maybe sometimes the cars, I guess. I don't really I don't subscribe to people on the YouTube. So I just scroll down and all the videos pop up. So I just pick the random videos. So I don't really follow anyone on the. You
should follow the Tour Junkies. You should follow the Tour Junkies.
Yeah, like I said, I don't like golf. I don't like watching golf.
Just subscribe. Okay. All right. So you only watch soccer. Do you enjoy like occasionally if you're in a legal gambling state when you're traveling? Do you occasionally like to throw down a wager on a soccer match or anything like that?
No.
What about a casino? Are you when you're in Vegas? Are you playing? No.
I was in Vegas. I didn't play.
No vices.
No, because I never go by myself. First of all, like if I go by myself, I can't really enjoy it. I guess because if I win money, I don't.
You don't want to be alone in a casino.
No, definitely. So I'm not there to like win the money. So but I didn't gamble last week. Last couple of years, I don't find it. Like like losing money is not fun, I guess. You know,
No, it's not. It's actually
yeah,
not.
yeah,
is
you
Yeah.
can. Yeah, some people like it, but I'd say I
We
never
could
bet
all
on
use that
anything.
that
So
mentality.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, well, like I said, some people like it. I get it, but like for me, like I never gambled on the soccer's or any
Okay.
other sports, I guess, because I think it'll get me too much into it. You know, like oh
Mm.
my god, like you know, I'll
Yes, it
feel
will.
devastated if they lose,
Yes,
but
it
I don't want that. I just want to enjoy watching the soccer. So
What about favorite funny movie? You get one movie to pick. It's gonna make you crack
on the
up.
movie.
What's the movie for you?
Oh, like back then, like when I was a little younger, Superbad.
Oh
That,
yeah,
Superbad? Yeah,
Superbad.
Superbad
Yeah.
was really good.
Great.
that was a very funny movie. I thought when I was in high school, like that was one of my favorite movie for a long time. And like the funny movie, maybe Hangover too. I thought that was very funny.
Oh yeah. Is that the
So
Bangkok one?
no, the first one, that was in Vegas. I thought that
Oh yeah, the
was
first
funny.
one's great. Yeah.
Yeah, the second one's never good as the first one.
Second one's
It's
not good.
always
But the
yeah.
Bangkok stuff is kind of funny.
Yeah,
Like
it
Bangkok
was.
has him now
I
is
think
pretty funny.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um
So that was pretty funny. Yeah, Hangover series. Yeah, it was pretty funny. I think.
First Hangover is
Yeah.
incredible. What
Yeah.
about okay, this is kind of a simple question, but it's
Okay.
interesting to ask.
Uh-huh.
Just name any 3 things that you hate. Like
I hate.
what do you hate? Like I hate
Oh.
Pat's never on time. Like
Oh.
anything like that, anything that you hate.
I hate spiders.
Okay. Yeah. I hate snakes.
I really don't like.
Find
No,
spiders.
I hate spiders, but snakes are like I don't freak out. But like spiders, like, it gives me the
Hate spiders,
chills.
I
Like,
don't
oh my
freak
god.
out.
Yeah, I freak out when I see them, but that's one of them. And 2, probably slow golfers, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I don't like. I just doesn't like it. I try to like it, but
No,
maybe
can't like it.
hate is a very strong word. But
They're
I
worse
prefer.
than spiders.
I prefer not having, and lastly, that's a good question. I don't really hate much things. I mean, I try to like everyone.
What annoys
Like,
not everyone, but like
Okay. Yeah.
certain-
Yeah.
What annoys you then? You don't have to use the
One
word.
more thing.
Hate
one
is
more
a
thing,
strong
no.
word, DB.
Hate is a very strong word. It's not like, yeah, hate is a very strong word.
I'm
But
not talking about
not
people.
like, I say, I never thought about it. Maybe, man, that's hard.
Like I hate slow drivers in the left-hand lane.
No, like
Do you hate people that wear floral shirts on the golf course? that
No,
have,
I
like-
love it. I love your shirt, by the way. I with the fashion and the clothes, I don't care what people wear in the golf course. So
Nice. Okay, I do like that. I do like that.
yeah, I mean,
Pat, this is our own damn shirt. So what are you
just
talking?
don't wear like
I
bikinis
know,
or
I just-
mankinis on the golf course. I'm
Oh yeah, Pat wears
You can
man
wear-
all the time. I have to keep.
Yeah, not on the golf course. So I think that's a little too much. So
Yeah, that's too
no,
much.
but man, it's hard to think about something like that. I guess maybe who makes a spark marks on the greens? Like I don't. I mean, also golf related because like I said, it's very.
You know who that is? You know who those people are. I'm not going to ask you to name them, but you know who they are. Dude, one of the
there are
most
people where the metal spikes they're okay with, but some people somehow they make spike marks everywhere on the green. Like they're exactly the same marks on every hole. Like not because they wear the metal spikes or how they walk, I guess they make this mark. Well, now we can fix it, but I'd rather not have a spike mark in my line.
Yeah.
If you don't want to have it.
Do
So
you think people still wear the metal spikes because they like how it sounds on the concrete when they walk?
Stop.
I mean,
Okay.
I know there are a few players who doesn't like the metal spikes. I mean, yes, they sound great. I don't go against them because Tiger wears the metal spikes. So what can we say about it?
Yeah,
You
shut
can't
up.
say
Pat.
anything about it. I know.
No, I'm just saying. Like I thought metal spikes were not a thing like years ago. when
No,
they went
like
to
few
soft
people,
spikes.
it helps. You have like
Yeah.
if you slip a lot or no.
Torque. See, Pat doesn't understand because his swing speed's like 103, so he doesn't understand.
I don't really care about the metal
Okay,
spikes, but I
Yeah.
did like when I was growing up and all our spikes were metal. I loved how it sounded on the concrete.
Yeah, it sounds cool, but they can wear it in the club. A lot of clubhouses they don't allow metal spikes,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
What?
it's kind of pain in the ass to like take them off and grab it in your hand and walk.
No, I
Massive
get it.
pain in the ass to have to take
I
your
get it.
shoes off. Yes.
Yeah, because I used to wear the metal spikes, but I didn't feel like I needed anymore. But I do understand people wearing it, and a lot of people who doesn't make a spike move. But a few guys, I think, they kind of drag their feet or so, like they
Yeah.
Because
don't want
even
that.
when we mirror the normal spikes, I can feel it when my feet drags and make a little spike marks. I always tap it down and like that, but I don't know. Maybe just those don't feel it, and there's some spike marks here and there, but I metal spike I don't go against, but the people, those people will know when they're making metal spikes. So those people, hopefully, they can tap it down a little bit or walk a little differently.
Yeah.
So
What
yeah.
about, okay, so, all right, so here we go. This is going to lead us into our final portion here. And Ben, you've been
Okay.
so generous with your time. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
One of the most electric things that our favorite, our best friend Siwoo Kim has done is, and you probably are familiar with this. Maybe even you live right there with Graham McDowell, don't you?
Oh yeah, I do. Yeah.
And I know this, Ben. This is controversial, and you're a nice guy,
Okay.
so you may just keep this to yourself and not share it.
Okay.
But it was either last year, 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago. I don't know. Time
Okay.
goes fast. Siwoo Kim ended up in a bunker on 9 at TPC Sawgrass.
Number 9. Okay.
And from the golf course during the tournament, like literally before he got to like his ball on 10 fairway, he posted on his Instagram story a picture of his ball in a footprint in that bunker on number 9.
Okay.
He got in trouble for it. I know that he got in trouble for it, but as soon as I Siwoo's a favorite of ours, so when he posts an Instagram story, we see it, and so we saw it. I screenshotted it. I put it up on Twitter. I was like, "Who did this? Like, tell us, somebody find out." Well, we had a loyal follower who went back that day, determined to have teed off before Siwoo. They followed all the shot link records.
Okay.
Graham McDowell was the only player who had teed off before him that had found himself in that bunker in a very similar yardage to the hole based on shot link data. And, I let Siwoo know. I was like, hey, that was G-Mac's guy, his caddy or whatever, didn't rake that damn thing.
Yeah.
And, that's similar to your spike mark thing. Like, that's pretty bad. What
yeah,
I would imagine
spike
you
mark
would
can
hate.
tap it down, but like,
you can't rake the bunker.
That sucks. Yeah, that really sucks. I mean, that's
Siwoo's just so amazing for posting that on.
Yeah, I mean, what
round.
are you getting in trouble for? I guess you shouldn't.
He got in trouble for posting it during
the middle of the round?
During the round of the tournament.
Oh, I didn't know that was not allowed. Because we can look at our phones, like you can check like scores and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah, but he basically called. He literally posted a picture of it and said, "Who did this?"
I remember that. I think I've seen that one, but
he said, "Who did this during the round?"
Maybe you should ask G-Mac about it.
Yeah, ask G-Mac to see. Remember his caddy not right. No, he doesn't.
Yeah, but I don't see him much. I guess I've probably seen this winter, but I'm just kidding. Yes, his caddy. Yeah, maybe his caddy should have raked it better, but
yeah, he should have raked it at all.
He should have. Yeah, he should have raked it. Like I always, and like I said, Justin, he's very good at it. I don't care how long he spends on the bunker. I hope every caddy rakes him perfectly.
Yeah.
But I mean,
we get it.
That's very unfortunate. That's very unfortunate. But
like a caddy, is there like an interview process, and you like walk out to a bunker and you say, "Hey, all right, break this bunker for me so that I know how you."
Justin's been caddying for freaking forever.
Yeah, I bring my stopwatch and time it too, like how long it takes to rake him, and like okay, that's 25 seconds. It's a little too long. You're out.
Yeah, dude, that was way too long. By now, I'm having to clean my own ball. God dang it.
I'm in the next tee, so you're too slow. No, I don't do that.
All right.
But every caddy, I think most of the caddy, they rake him pretty well.
Yeah, they've got.
That was very unfortunate to you, but like I said,
I love it.
Bad things happen in the golf course. It's part of the golf course. It sucks, but we have that. I mean, not even as foot marks. Sometimes they're very bad rake jobs. And this little dip and just goes ahead. I mean, it happens, but I should have hit in the fairway first.
Yeah, Siwoo play better. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the last thing we're gonna do. This is SoCo superlatives.
Okay.
South Korean superlatives. Okay. Involving you, Siwoo Kim, Tom Kim, KH Lee, SH Kim, because you know him really well. You know all those guys pretty well. And then I threw in Sangmoon Bae. I don't know if you know Sangmoon Bae. Do you know?
Yeah, I know Sangmoon. I know. Yes, Sungjae's in there too.
Sungjae. I forgot about Sungjae. God dang it.
Yeah.
Okay, and Sungjae. All right, so those guys. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna say something, and then you have to say which one out of those guys is most likely is gonna fit that.
Okay, sure.
And this includes yourself, so you gotta.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Most likely to win Jeopardy.
Me.
Good. All right. Okay. Best person to be stranded on a deserted island with.
Oh my god, that's
You're stranded on a deserted island with one of those guys. Who's the best one to be on that island with?
Sangmoon, because he's the oldest.
Oh, so okay, I didn't know that.
He's funny. He's a very funny guy, and I can spend long time with him. I feel like he's a funny guy, and I'm sure he has all the experience in his life. He's the oldest one
He's
out of
also
us.
already
So.
served his military duty, so he could
Yeah, exactly. So he can help us. Yeah.
Yeah.
he can help you out.
But how about this? Because this happens, I'd get triggered easily.
Okay.
Most likely to get triggered
Yeah.
by something minor.
Oh, that's hard. I don't know. That could be me too, but I don't know.
Well, you did say you used to have a little bit
Yeah,
of a
but also
temper.
I think our boys.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm literally.
Yes, Siwoo, but Siwoo is off the golf course is not. He's rarely like that.
Oh yeah.
I think he just likes to play really well. He's a great golfer. He has so much talent. He wants to play well. That's why we see temper in the golf because not because we hate golf, like
Yeah,
because
yeah.
we want to play so well. So I think he maybe see you as well.
Do you have like a go-to? Like, what's your best, most funniest, memorable Siwoo Kim story?
probably seen him play well with the 3-wood in the Masters. I think that's I saw that. Was it last year? I think.
Yeah. 2 years
Was it
ago,
this year? 2 years ago? I can't remember which year it was, but like that was amazing golf he played after the putter was
snapping a
gone.
putter.
Yeah, I mean that tells you how good he was, and he is. I mean,
He's so
but
talented.
yeah. Anyways, but that was kind of funny. I was like, oh my god, he's done it. Like he's played well. And then, but anyways, I think funny story was like I don't know. He doesn't talk very much. I guess he's very shy. He's not very
Yeah, I can tell.
talkative. But like I said, we're all like very similar. We're all very shy, but once we get to know each other, we talk a lot. Especially like Siu always hangs out with the Korean boys and he will speak a lot. But like I don't know, he's very funny guy. Just everything he does, to react how he looks on the golf. He's just so I love playing with him. He's so funny. I think we don't really have like a funny stories, but I played with him in the World Cup like 4 years ago, 3 years ago in Australia. And we had a great time on the golf course, and he gets very fired up. But I don't really have this funny story, like unfortunately, but I really enjoy time with him on the golf course and off the golf course. I think, like I said, he's just he's so what do you call him? Let's say energized, I guess, even off the
Yeah,
golf
he's
course.
electric.
Yeah, he's
That's
a
what-
very electric, I say.
Yeah.
Like, on the golf course. Off the golf course is a little bit less, but on the
Yeah,
golf course
yeah.
definitely is very I love playing with him. Like I said, I love playing with someone like is a great golfers. I'd love to learn from him. So I enjoy playing with him too. Yeah.
I mean, you commented a lot on Twitter about the President's Cup, and everybody got to see like Tom Kim and Siwoo and Sung Jae like just kill it. KH and the energy those guys played with. I mean, without them, it would have been really. It would have been a really tough scene.
Yeah, I know. I watched basically almost every day. I watched the whole match. I talked to Trevor after President Cup. I talked to him in Vegas. I think I saw him there. We were just talking about this, like what Tom and all the Korean boys, the energy, especially Tom brought into the team. I think I think that helped him to have a chance on Sunday. Sunday was closer than what people thought. I think it wasn't like I was very worried about what happened in New York, like was it 4 years ago? I think in 2017, 5 years ago. So we almost lost on the Saturday. I was watching it like by 1 point. I think we were surviving. And Sunday was very the internationals beat the US, but it was very boring kind of match. I remember, but this time was like a little different. I felt like I watching TV, something was going to happen. Like, oh, this you never know, like, because all the energy that Tom brought to the team, it wasn't looking good after 2 days. They were like 8-2 down. I mean, that's down. Like that sucks. But what Tom did on the I was watching the TV, so what he did on the golf course, I'm sure that brought a lot of energy into the team. So that's what Trevor said too. So without him and a few other guys, like it would have been hard, I think. But this year, it sucks to watch them lose again. But at least we found a new star, I guess. Tom, he's gonna be there for a very long time. He's gonna be like an Adam Scott of the international team. Hopefully, he plays This is Adam's like 10th President Cup team. So,
Yeah, it's
you
unreal.
know, hopefully we'll have this strong, team going into the next couple of years. We'll all know that Tom's going to be there, and still has the energy.
Dude,
I
there's
think
such a
that's
strong South Korean bunch of y'all that are so good. The whole international team may be all South Koreans before in like the next 4 years.
I
Maybe.
know.
yeah, they'll
Be
be
all South
interesting.
Korean.
Yeah, we
You
had
guys are
4
killing
this
it.
year, I think. Yeah, I
You're
mean,
gonna
we
be on
have some good
there.
golfers. Yeah.
SH is gonna be on there.
Yeah, SH definitely. I think he has a very high potential. Is going to be there. He's a very solid player. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to be on the team. In 2 years. We at best case scenario we could have 6 or 7. That sounds a lot, but
Yeah, you guys are
yeah,
blending
Well,
out
I
there,
mean,
though.
it's
yeah. I
good-
mean,
good
that's why
play.
yeah, we have some good Korean golfers. I think that's like very promising to see.
Yeah.
We see a lot of we already see one. Tom won this year once. It's only we're into third, fourth events of the season, so yeah, I think there's young players, and hopefully, I'll get a win this year. But it's
Yeah.
promising. I think it's looking very nice, and hopefully, we have more Korean players in the next President Cup.
All right, back to the superlatives.
Mhm.
Okay, we're gonna wrap this up. Most likely to fart in a car full of other people.
Oh, that's a terrible. Oh my God! See you again.
Yes, it's a great answer.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
What
yeah,
about
because like he's very funny guy. Yeah.
what about worst dressed off the course?
Oh, dude.
Worst dressed.
Worst dressed. Let me think. Jeez, that's hard.
Yeah, you, Siwoo, Tom, KA.
No, C was pretty good. Tom, they're young guys. Maybe
Yeah.
KH.
KH is getting that
Yeah.
up there. Sang Moon. Sang Moon, you said, is the oldest.
No,
Is he already
Sang Moon,
dressing like an old guy?
No, he doesn't dress like old.
Okay,
He
good.
dresses
You're
nice.
such
He lives
an
in Vegas.
Ben,
He lives in
Dave-
Vegas. Yeah.
DB is an ageist. Okay, so if you're
Right.
older, he just like
Okay.
So
Yeah, no, same one. He has some good taste in his
KH, huh?
Well, at least to my eyes. So yeah.
What's KH's problem off the course? What's he wearing off the course that you don't think he should?
I mean, he just wears a t-shirt and then gym shorts. I don't know. I'm like, yeah,
You don't care.
I
What
only
about,
see him. I see him on the golf course a lot, so it's hard to see him off the golf
Yeah,
course.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
he's a married man. I mean,
Oh yeah.
if you're married, do you really care what you wear?
Nah,
Probably
you
not.
don't give it. No,
No, you don't. You
Stop
don't. You
caring.
don't give a shit
Stop
about it.
caring.
So So I don't know. I feel bad for KH, but whatever. It's a fact. So
we probably got to throw you and KH out of this next one, but most
Okay.
likely, now not saying any of these guys have done this, okay? But
okay.
just most likely to, okay?
hmm
Most likely to slide in some females' direct messages on Instagram or Twitter.
Oh man, that's hard. That's hard. Because I know
You
Sue's
got to
getting
think of them as
married.
unmarried, like if they're
Someone's
married.
getting married, so I can't really say. I'm gonna go safely here. Maybe Tom, because
Tom,
he's
yeah,
not
I
getting
knew,
married.
I knew you were gonna go Tom there.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Siwoo's
throw everyone
about
under
to
the
get
bus.
married?
Yeah.
Siwoo's about to get married?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Will you see if you can get me an invite to the? No, I'm just kidding. Okay. Most likely to make more money off the course than on the course, which could be a challenge because you guys are all so good. But
Yeah.
to make more money off the course.
Off the course because of just everything else, I don't know what they do and stuff, like investings and
Yeah,
other things.
something else, their talent or their business business abilities.
I say me because I don't know. My wife is very smart. Like she's
Mine too.
yeah, so she's very smart. So I
Leveraging the
too.
wife's talents. I did this.
Yeah.
I did that.
I'm-
DB has done that.
yeah. So I need some help.
Important.
Like I said, I'm not very good at everything.
got
I
you.
mean,
Yeah.
apart from golf, so I need some help with those financial aspects. So I think my wife's is very good. She's very smart. So yeah, I think I can. I mean, like I said, I live in the life. There's no worries or anything right now. It's because she takes
You got a
care
good
of it.
woman.
So
That's good.
exactly. Yeah.
Who is
We
the?
get it.
How about the best singer and dancer? And they could be separate, but like singer.
Well,
and
we all seen Sungjae dance at the
Yes,
President
we
Cup.
did.
The video went
Yeah.
viral.
Yeah.
I've never
Dude.
seen that part of Sungjae. I
I
didn't. think-
haven't either. I didn't know
Sungjae
that would
seems
even
like
happen.
a very quiet kind of
Yeah.
basic. Like he doesn't seem near as electric as the rest of you. And then I
Yeah.
saw that and I was like,
Yeah, he has few. He had that same in Australia, like 2019. So he has a bit of a drinks in him. Then, he gets very, very fun, I guess. The singer, I don't know. Like all these boys, they love karaoke's, but I don't like him. But like I know Cage does. Um, I'm not sure about Seal. But I know Cage always said that he loves karaoke's and he loves singing. So maybe go with him because I never heard him sing, but he could be the one.
He
Who
could be.
knows? Maybe
Okay.
Sungjae has a voice of angel. Who knows?
Maybe it could be.
Well, some call me the songbird of our generation, Ben.
No, nobody.
right.
Nobody literally says that.
No.
Okay, what about most likely to quit golf first?
Oh, that's quit golf. I mean, shouldn't it have to be the oldest guys like me, Samun, or Cage?
I mean,
I don't know. Like this.
I was thinking of that question, like who's going to walk off the course
interesting.
and break all their clubs.
dude, you're like 30. What are you talking about quitting golf?
Yeah, you're too.
No, yeah. I mean, I personally, I know it's not going to be me because I love to play golf for a very long time. Even
yeah. So which one of these guys doesn't love to play golf?
Everyone loves it.
Yeah,
out there, we are so hard in the golf course, off the golf course. It's that I think that makes him so good in the golf course. The work ethics, they love golf. Like the interview Tom did after he won the Vegas, I think that's very, inspirational. I guess for me too. Like that he said he's still hungry. He wants to practice. He loves going to the golf course. I think that's why it makes him so good when his young age. I mean, because he loves golf, he loves practicing. So I think every Korean, I think all of us, we love. I think we like practicing, we like working hard, I guess. So if you see those guys, I mean, they spend the most of the time effort around. Like not me, because I'm tired and stuff, but like, I see a lot of like Cage, Siu, Sungjae, they effort around. They always hit the range, spend a lot of time on the greens. They spend a lot of time, so they spend a lot of time on the golf course. I mean, you can do that without the love of golf. I think.
Yeah,
100%.
yeah. That brings up a question for me, and this is not part of the quick hitters here, but it just made me think. For you, like, growing up and getting into the game, like what inspired you the most to get into the game? Like, what was your inspiration for starting golf and loving it the way that you do? And
I don't. Obviously, when let's say all the people my age just say Tiger, and growing up watching Tiger, watching KJ as well as a Korean, them playing the PGA Tour, winning golf events, that definitely inspired us growing up. But I started golf in '07 with my dad. My dad used to play golf a little bit, just in the range, just like an average golfer. So he would take me to the range. So like when you're that young, the 7, 8, 9 years old, you don't know anything. Like, no one's gonna inspire you. You're only 9 years old. But when I grew older, like I was like 14, 15, when I came over to US, and that's when Tiger was very good at his golf. So, yeah, I guess Tiger was the one. Like, oh my god, like he's a good golfer. I want to be like him. So I guess his inspirational thing is I want to be like Tiger Woods. So because he was the best golfer back then. So. But definitely Tiger was one of them, and KJ as well, because he was the best Korean golfer when I was growing up. So, but I were those two.
Nice.
What about What about most likely to get in a fight?
Back to the real question.
Yeah,
that's most likely to get in a fight. That's a very hard question because like I said, all of us are very quiet. I guess.
I know,
anybody's
Ben.
real aggressive.
Ben. This is.
I guess it's me. Like I will get in the fight.
You will.
I think I will because I don't like people. Like I'll be very protective of my family and my friends. I guess so. I'll get in a fight with them. I think if I'm very unhappy with the comment or the things other people did. So I wouldn't go at it in first place. Someone had to be really wrong too. Like
of course,
for me to go at it. Yeah, but I said that's me. Yeah.
Who do you think between David and I would be most likely to get into a fight?
I mean, I never met you guys personally, so I have no idea what
you've talked to us for an hour and 15 minutes now. You got to have an idea.
I don't know.
Who do you think's the most aggressive?
I don't know. Maybe you, Pat. I don't know.
100%. That is the most easily triggered person you've ever met. It will 100% be Pat. You nailed it.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's all you needed to answer. That was
Okay.
There you go.
Ben, this was a lot of fun, man. We appreciate you coming on the Tour Junkies podcast.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me.
Time. Thanks for all the time. We definitely wish you the best, and can't wait to see you lock up that first PGA Tour win, and pass on the Siwoo. Pass on everything you need to tell Siwoo. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you gonna tell him for real? Like, what are you gonna text him, or are you gonna like call, or next time you see him, you're gonna be like, dude, there's these two weirdos. Are you gonna?
Yeah,
say it?
I want to tell you your names, but I can tell you, hey, someone's got your putter on the broken putter that happened.
He knows. If you said the Tour Junkies, he knows.
Yeah,
he knows.
I hope so. I mean,
no, he does. He does.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've talked to him a couple times. I talked to him. The last time I talked to him was the Byron Nelson. I talked to him at the Players Championship first. That was the first time I met him, and that's when I got him to commit to coming on the show.
Okay.
And then I talked to him again at the Byron Nelson briefly.
Okay.
But I
turned down twice, huh?
Well, I just at this point now, I kind of want to just keep it at a distance. Like it's just something that you just because then once you do it, it's like I also really think it would be best in person. But especially with the language thing too,
it will be a lot easier, I think, with the person for him too. I think.
Yeah. So I would love to do it in person. In Dallas or something, maybe.
I don't even think DB's gonna let me be in there. Like,
no.
Like, if I'm there, he may like lock me in a closet and.
Probably you just drive his golf carts or something. I don't know. Maybe you can learn Korean and you can translate for David. I don't. That might work.
Yeah, you could do that, Pat. God dang. Yeah. I'm sure you would do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks, we awesome. Yeah, we look forward to watching you. We'll see you out on tour. If we're in an event, we'll holler at you. And if you're in Augusta, man, do well and let us know if we can do anything for you.